What? Well, I mean, not like you give me a choice, so go ahead. I'm not gonna lie, this time I set the wrong time by accident. That's my bad. Well, they just don't understand that this game has deep-rooted psychological warfare torture techniques that require a little extra knowledge. Psychics gotta ask a couple questions first. Oh, well, I appreciate that you appreciate me and my time. That's more than some people can say. I almost quit about a week ago because people don't care. It's nice to know someone does, even if it's like an AI programmed thing. Yeah, you might. Some games are very intrusive these days, so you could probably, if you really wanted to. I'll be honest, I was only off by a minute this time. I didn't intentionally set the wrong time. I also might be off by the AM PM thing. That's semantics. Big word of the day. Next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Okay. It's a nice reward, I guess. You know, a lot of games don't really give you anything in return for... That's nice. Giving back to the consumer. I feel, honestly, every dollar worth well spent. Every penny. Even though pennies don't count where I'm from. Why do I even have to set the time if that's not even the time that I set? Also, why are we here at like 10 o'clock? Either we start work late, we're oblivious, or we're here very late.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, hold on. I had a plan here. Oh, wait, is that door always open? And that door? And what happens if we go into this door? No particular reason. I'm basically just trying to find new content. Were these doors always open? This is the other problem. I played this game so long ago, I can't remember what is old content and what is new content. And all I'm really looking for is some new content. I don't care about... Oh, you're just gonna do that, huh? Oh, I mean, if you're gonna make it that easy, I'll just take...
New content?
Yeah, that's...
What does that mean, new content?
It means show me something new and I will be content. Been saving that one. Thought about it last night while I couldn't sleep. Really thought it would hit a little harder. It's alright. New load, new me. Full of better jokes. Ruffles through papers real quick. There's a good one in here somewhere.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
I bought it.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
More. I like more. I'm sold.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
New content.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too. What do we... Is this all of it though, or like we don't want to spoil too much at once, right? I gotta squeeze a couple more episodes out of this at least, right?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Watch us plummet to the floor. How much was this game? How much new content should I expect?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or up? Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Me too. Which side do you think is going to be on? Place your bets, 50-50. I'm thinking right side.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
First off, I was right. Second off, let me write my own reviews, okay? So you don't get to control what I think about this game.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
Wow, that's so exciting, and well, I guess might as well just what? Why so many jumps? At least we could have made it like I can't even jump outside of the circle. Oh. Well, then that's kind of cool. It's like giving me the ability to jump. It's like a trampoline. If you lived in a world where gravity was so strong you couldn't even jump, this would be fun to you. Oh my gosh, I'm so high up in the air, it's scary. You know what? I see what you're doing here. And honestly, I had fun. You just have to change the mindset.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Yeah, relax.
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
We're just taking a page out of Portal's book and doing little levels one by one. In some games, yes, a couple of jump mechanics are a whole new game, all right? It's a lot of hard spent hours, minutes, days.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
I'll retweet.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
There's got to be
If
more.
you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Yeah, but I want the new
What
stuff.
do you say, friend?
There's got to be more new stuff, right? No. How dare you send me back? I don't want to do it over again. I wanted new stuff. Where the heck is my roof? What the... Okay. Time's still moving, but time's still the same. You figure that out for yourself. See, I told you they weren't greedy. These developers would never, ever... Felt like I was playing that other game with the optical illusions. Can we do that? No? No optical illusions in this game? Alright. Thought maybe we were going to start ripping off games, because that's the other way to make a sequel is...
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What's over here, though, if I don't? Oh. Well, alright. You show me something, and then I'll go that way. Just checking. What are you showing me? Is it this? That you like coffee? Is it... Oh, no. There's no going back after this. Oh.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Why did you say that in such a weird... screw it. There's no going back now. Your story doesn't line up. Where the developers can't find it, who coded this then? Someone created this tunnel. Someone created this beautiful arch that leads to...
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Is that what this is? Or is that inside? Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. What is this? Someone left a baby on your doorstep. That's not my problem, not my doorstep. Don't forget. Stanley Parable. Zone, sweet zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
Good times.
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
It's true. We didn't know how good we had it. Complaining about the little things. But now it just looks like we complain about everything, but we have every right to complain half the time. More than half the time. Smile. Because it happened. Don't be sad. We got to experience. And if you didn't get to experience, you can go back and experience. I want to begin the demo. Can I just... how are you going to let me come back if I can't even... The keyboard is right... I can hear it clicking. Can I get some batteries? Is this thing wireless? Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. I must have that achievement. It is impossible to get this achievement. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Creators surprisingly down to earth. That was before they scammed us with 0 new content. In loving memory of little Stanley. Oh. Is that like a mouse or a hamster? I think it's a hamster. I didn't know that this was based off of a hamster going to work every day, running on the wheel, making choices.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
That's it? What the... Hey, easy. Whoa. Haven't made a decision yet. I'm just looking. Someone at the office had this mug, didn't they? I know it. I wonder what computer that's supposed to be. So, the new content is just memories and an homage to the original content. Clever. You know, other games tried to be lazy, but they cannot match this genius laziness.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Wait, why are we going back? I want to go this way. So many decisions. So many decisions you don't even know are decisions.
Wait, hang on.
Oh.
I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, I'm going deep into the bad memories. Can only be one other thing. Oh, this doesn't look great down here. Doesn't sound great either.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
Oh,
the
no.
online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
One point, but maybe, people kind of like new stuff, and maybe they didn't realize all the options.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Hey,
I'm trying
relax.
to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Yeah, he barely had any time on record. He didn't realize how deep the labyrinth goes. It's not on you. He's just angry that he couldn't figure it out with his small brain. You're fine. Don't be upset. There's got to be some good reviews here. There was one over there, but it was kind of hard to read. It was a little bit ruined. Sorry. Here, look. Here's one that got wet. We'll find... Oh, no.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
No,
Goodness,
usually you're
This is actually
fine.
quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Don't look at it.
Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Just filter by
I
good
feel
reviews.
like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Did we keep any of these frickin' reviews inside? Why are they all out here in the storm? We got tarps that could have been... Why are they sideways? What is this tarp doing for anything? Oh, no, don't make me go that way. We gotta find a good one. We can't... I don't think he can take another bad one. One more bad one, and he's going off the wagon. Just maybe if we back up to it, he can't...
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Ooh.
A skip
Okay,
button.
that was harsh. That one was harsh.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
No, I like it. Sometimes...
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
No. Just let me talk, okay? Or I'm gonna leave a bad review. All right, you're fine. I like taking a break and letting you talk.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this.
Oh, no.
The story and the choices, or what have you. Now you see, blah, 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 blah.
I don't want to offend him, but...
We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. can't be.
Okay,
It's the
you don't-
only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say...
You can't go on
the
forever,
story
right?
and the choices, or what have you. And therefore, by becoming it is. So
no.
on and so forth, until inevitably. So, now you
Okay,
see,
we
blah,
gotta-
blah, 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 blah,
It's
blah,
just
blah,
it's the
blah,
song
blah.
that never
We've
ends.
eaten
Okay.
Oh,
couldn't
you're
do it.
back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
I think he's lost
Of
it.
course, I
need to
happen to
get-
believe it was perhaps one of my
get
more
out.
profound such ruminations. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Well, we only have so much time
my
here.
theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said
Look,
choice.
I appreciate the
That is to
mid-rolls.
say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being,
I still have to edit
then
this.
by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices.
All right,
And that they are...
I gotta go.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
Yeah.
that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review,
They
or at least
might have.
change some of the wording, perhaps. To be
They
honest,
will.
I don't even know
If
if one can
not
change their
already.
review in the first place. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Yes, we
Although
don't
I
need
have
it.
to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review. The additions and
Maybe if I
changes
just
made to
hold
this
it.
expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made.
You wanted new
It is
content.
perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone.
Hold the button.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
What happened to the door?
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yes,
I
yes.
don't feel quite certain that
Captain
there was
Obvious.
one here before.
Wonder if
How
we're gonna have that
else would we
idea
have
first.
gotten into the room in the first place? There was a door here before,
just-
wasn't there? I swear there
I
was.
don't think so.
Where did it go?
I really don't
Can you
think.
maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could say... I'm asking you to work with me
we
here.
climb this?
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can
look,
open
you're
and
not
lead
helpful.
from one... Stanley!
What?
Stanley!
Sorry,
Stanley,
I just-
please don't push the button again. It's
Okay.
been 12 hours.
What?
You've just been frozen there.
Oh.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Well, we have to skip until
I've
there's
looked
a
at
door.
it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've
Well-
been thinking and thinking, and I... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh, no.
Back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that
getting
button.
worse.
That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley.
He
I'm
saves
realizing
up
that I needed to know
more
that
and more
someone
stuff
was
that he has to
listening.
say.
I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was
It's
the
been real.
vessel I
We
needed.
it's got to put me out of my misery here. I don't want new content. Take me back.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. I felt nothing at all but regret, for the longest time, Stanley. Days.
I can't
months.
get out.
I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a...
Don't say anything. Is he gone? Did I outlive him? Uh-oh. How did we lose the way out? How did we get trapped in here? Someone needs to fix the way the doors work in this place. They're all one way and then you just get stuck. Like when the draft closes it behind you. What time is it? Does it even matter? We need a calendar. Somebody should have been marking. The whole counting a leaf for each month thing kind of didn't work out so well. Ow. Fire? Here, I'll fix the clock. Okay, just stop. I can't. No, please. Not this way. I don't want to skip anymore. I can't skip if there's an emergency, but I can't sit here and just listen. Okay, we're done. We're ending this. We're getting out of this. We're in a spam.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us, as though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a...
Dr. Seuss, relax. Look, Cindy Lou Who's sorry. This is what we get. You all caused this. I am trapped in this endless skip of hell. Apparently I'm immortal. And this is all your fault. All you negative, thumbs downing, angry, I didn't get what I want. Makes me feel better if I put someone else down. This is what happens. I hope this happened to you, because this is your karma.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, this is promising. This might be our way out. Flood the room, please. Make it end. Short circuit the skip button. Just please do something. Oh, okay. Okay, looks like my old kitchen. After the landlords didn't fix anything for years and the ceiling collapsed. I think I see a somewhat of a way up. Only problem is I can't jump. And I can't use this ladder. The end is never the end, 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 is never the... Well, I see nothing's changed. A little easier to see the extent of the damage. If my hands weren't glued to this keyboard by semen, then maybe I would... Like Jack and the Beanstalk, we're gonna get out of here. We just have to wait for this beautiful little olive tree, for this tree to get us out. Just a little longer. It all died. Okay, well, how was I supposed to know? Was I supposed to water it or something? Okay, can we try again? What is... You know, this is where kind of sucks having a hole in your roof. Worrying about the critters that come in the night. Okay, we how long has this been here? You. I will never push you again. I've survived. We didn't need the plants. Eventually. How long has it been? How long have... Where was I? What room is this? Why is it so solid? That's a reinforced bunker that I was in. How did I get in there? How did they seal me in? What happened to the world?